I'm here again on the Senate floor urging my colleagues in both parties to extend the production tax credit for wind as soon as possible. I listened with great interest to the discussion the Majority Leader and the Republican leader just had. And the focus, as it should be, by the Majority Leader was on jobs and the economy. This is a way in which we can enhance job creation and make sure that our economy continues to grow. That is by extending the production tax credit. This tax credit is also critical to the maintenance of our economic leadership when it comes to clean energy technologies. And every day I've come to the floor of the Senate to talk about a different state and the efforts that are underway in those states. I look forward to talking about the presiding officer state at some point in the future. And today I want to talk about the Buckeye State, Ohio. Now, many families and businesses in Colorado and across our country are still struggling in this economic downturn, even though we've seen some signs of improvement. And this is especially true in Ohio. Several years ago, I should say actually over the last couple of decades, Ohio has been plagued by outsourcing and layoffs. One of the things we want to prevent, by the way, with Senator Stabenow's bill. And those layoffs and outsources have cost Ohioans thousands of jobs, and it looked like we literally devastated the manufacturing base, one of the world's best manufacturing bases in the state of Ohio. But in recent years, the wind industry has helped turn that around, and you can see from the map of Ohio here, these green circles show all of the activity tied to the wind industry in Ohio. And that renewal, if you will, is tied to Ohio's long history as a manufacturing powerhouse. There are dozens of manufacturing facilities that have retooled to build wind turbines across Ohio, in the process employing thousands of hardworking middle-class Americans. And you can see that those manufacturing skills easily transfer to the wind industry. And it's the PTC that's key to this. It's created those incentives that have allowed the manufacturing history of Ohio to take center stage. And I wanted to specifically talk about what's happening in Ohio. When you think about the wind industry, it's not just the building of the towers or the blades or the nacelles, but you have maintenance needs. You have support sectors. You have a supply chain that results in the manufacture of some 8,000 parts. In Ohio, 6,000 jobs are tied to the wind energy industry, and that's 50 different companies that have created those jobs. Here's an area that's of a real interest as well, Madam President. $2.5 million in property tax payments result to local governments, money that helps fund schools and roads and other basic services. Madam President, it's important to focus, too, on the people that we're alluding to here. And I want to focus on one of the 6,000 employed Ohioans here who has been a beneficiary of the tangible effect that the wind PTC has, and that's Jeff Grabner. He's a wind product sales manager for Cardinal Fasteners in Cleveland, Ohio. He's originally born in Ohio. He left Ohio, went to school, but he returned when the wind industry started looking for talented people in the state, and he's been working now for almost 6 years in the wind industry. Cardinal's Cleveland facility employs almost 55 people. It's been in operation for 30 years. And this company, Cardinal, used to supply the construction industry, but the demand fell off in recent years. Now this growth in the wind industry presented them with an entirely new market. The factory's retooled and now supplies fasteners, which are the super glue that holds a wind turbine together. And in fact, thousands of fasteners are used in every wind turbine to keep it standing and operating securely. I don't think I have to tell you that Jeff loves his job at Cardinal, and because of it, he's able to provide for his own growing family. In fact, he and his wife are about to celebrate their one-year wedding anniversary this week. But all of that could change if we don't extend the wind production tax credit. Orders for new turbines this year are down 98% from last year, in large part because of the uncertainty tied to the market. And without new orders, Cardinal and Other manufacturers like it may be forced to shut down and let people like Jeff go. And that's why I'm back on the floor today, urging my colleagues to pass the wind production tax credit now. The PTC equals jobs. We should pass it and extend it as soon as possible. It's a common sense, bipartisan measure. It has strong support across our country. Not only has it shown that we can turn around manufacturing states like Ohio, but it's shown us that we can outcompete China and other countries. But if we want to continue to win, I should say we want to continue to lead and then win the global economic race, and specifically the clean energy race, it's now time for us to listen to the people of Ohio and Utah and South Carolina and New York. This shouldn't be a partisan issue. This is an issue on which Americans expect us to work together. So we must pass an extension of the production tax credit as soon as possible. Madam President, as I close, I'll want everybody to know I'll be back on the Senate floor tomorrow to talk about wind production in another state and to keep pushing for this common sense policy. Let's pass this as soon as possible.